Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Morning Music. I am Craig Smith, aka the Rhino. And what's that? Did y'all hear that music? Something that's banging so loud right now? Well, in the beginning of the intro, that was my man Kamasi Washington, and he is here today with me to just talk about life, man, and how we kind of made it out of our own area.
You doing,
Kamasi,
brother?
what's up, man? What's going on?
Man, you got it.
Hey, so, we're here at Pann's today, the famous Pann's in Inglewood right now, about to enjoy some delicious breakfast. But, let's get into it, man. Let's just talk about growing up in Inglewood in the 80s to now.
I love growing up where I grew up, I had all different types of people growing up in Inglewood. You meet professionals, you meet athletes, you meet musicians, you meet hobos, you meet drunk, you meet every kind of person. So it kind of gave me a sense of the connection that all people have, because we all lived in the same community. We all grew up around each other. Yeah, you have one neighbor that loves to barbecue, one neighbor that's a vegetarian. Yep. My brother plays basketball, I played music. It was a cool place to live.
At a young age, I felt like we was taught, certain, basically do's and don'ts, and presented ourselves out to the world for the people we seen, from the gang bangers, to, like you said, people that enjoy different foods and all these different type of experiences being mixed up into, presented in our eyes. And, obviously it gives us, some pretty good choices to make on do's and don'ts.
I was just thinking about that, like how, I definitely grew up around a lot of gangs, a lot of that negativity. But I was blessed to have a talent and I got really serious about music very early. And it was like the gangsters, they gave me a pass. It was fun. I got a pass for playing music. My little brother got a pass for playing basketball. And it was like it almost made it so that I had a better understanding of them, because they were like it was almost I was grateful that they let me go. They left me alone. They saw me with my saxophone and they'd be like, oh no, he played music, he's good, leave him alone.
And for people who don't know, back wherever you're from, in California, it's a little bit different. You probably have it all over now, but back then, especially in the 80s, it was very hard if you were by yourself or with a group of friends and you get approached by gangsters to get a pass. It's kind of something special. And, they kind of think highly in you some way to obviously, let you walk away with your life, because back then, if they didn't know you and you was in the wrong area, you could get into some trouble.
Yeah, you either might get killed or they might put you on the gang, so now you in the gang.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't really realize what that means. It's like, you could be in a gang and then maybe want to ever be in it. I was like, I was very, I was happy that I was blessed with those talents that kind of let me get out of that.
Oh, yeah. So tell me about the music, man, how you got started. Obviously, that people giving you passes for the music, man, you know what I'm saying? That's most respect, you know what I'm saying? So just tell me, briefly, how'd you get started?
Well, my dad's is a musician, so it's always been in my life, So my dad, my cousins, my uncles, the music has always been in my family. So, it was always there. Even though I actually I wasn't that serious about it when I was real young. My brother was more serious about the music, but I had a cousin that was really into Lee Morgan. And one day we were just chilling, and I was trying to show him some NWA, and he was like, oh man, he's like, that ain't gangster. This Lee Morgan is gangster. And he played me some Lee Morgan, and I was like, oh wow, that is, because I don't know, Art Blakey, because he was. And later on, I found out that them dudes, they were kind of gangsters. They were some hard dudes. And when I heard that music, it had that feel, but it also had this intellectual superiority almost. It was like they were really, really, really free in their minds, along with having that fire and that beat that I liked from the NWA. It was like they were connected, but I could tell that came out of that, that one thing came from the other. And it was like, from there on, I was serious about music. I had already played drums, I played piano a little bit, played a little clarinet, but I wasn't serious about it. But when I heard that, when he played that for me, it just opened my world, and I was like, oh, this is what I want to do.
Yeah, because I feel like when you do listen to music, today, obviously, especially with the young generation, they don't know the history, and they don't know that this beat may have been older beat or the idea that they got them from somebody else, you know, and that's just all in recreating ideas and stuff like that.
It's passed on from generation to generation. You know what I mean? Like just like the music we playing now, when our kids come up and they coming out, you be like, oh man, that ain't nothing but Jay-Z.
Yeah.
But you know, but at the same time, we have to maintain our lineage and maintain our history. And like, you know, that was another thing I was very thankful for. Like, you know, I had a cousin that was my age, and sometimes you got to hear from somebody your own age who was already into that. You know, I mean, that's, you know, so that's because my dad was trying to show me that stuff, but it didn't really take until my cousin really showed it to me.
Yeah, like having somebody like a peer, you know, somebody your age that, you know, you guys can go and, you know, change, like communicate to each other on certain different levels that obviously, you know, parents can't, because it's like an age barrier. Yeah, no, absolutely.
How about you? How'd you get into basketball?
Man, so, all right. My father, he can't play a lick of basketball. he just got the height. He just standing tall. My mom taught me the game.
Oh wow.
My mom actually, she went to Dorsey, so I learned at a young age. She was about 4 years old. She put the ball in my hands, and after that, man, I just fell in love with it. You know, it was something about just the way I caressed the ball and touched the ball. Like it kind of felt like destiny to me. This is what some of my purpose in life is to do. And, you know, to help others while doing it. But I mean, like when I was young, man, it was funny because my mom would come on the court and it'd be this little kid, you know, all 7, 8 years old. She got us playing grown men out there. You know what I'm saying? We beating up on them, they over there feeling some type of way. But, I mean, she taught me the game. I was very fortunate. You know, and what was cool was that when I was younger, I kind of seen it as an outlet for things. So I know when I would get upset or frustrated about things, I know I can go to basketball and it would relieve some of that tension because I would just shoot it out, talk it out, and it was, you know, kind of as if I was in talking to a shrink or something like that. It's kind of like my shrink for me. And after that, I just stayed persistent, stayed, you know, working with it. Obviously, I had people along the way that tell me I couldn't do this, I was too small. Or I was too, you know, wide. I can't play this game. I should play football. But I stuck with it, and you know, I just believed in myself, and you know, the skies was the limit for me. I took advantage of it.
Yeah, man, that's beautiful.
I have an egg white omelet. I would like fresh spinach in there, tomato, green peppers, and I would take some turkey sausage and bacon. Can I have a cup of fruit? Can you have pineapples and strawberries? And maybe some blueberries if you have some too. Yeah, that'll be great.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna make my own omelet. I'm gonna get some turkey sausage. Can you put some of that spicy andouille sausage in there too? With bell peppers, onions, cheese, and spinach. I know that's a lot, but with the country potatoes. I'm gonna get a large water and a couple orange juice.
Yeah, can I have a large water and a small OJ as well? No pulp? Yeah, I don't like pulp.
Oh yeah. Appreciate it.
Well, my parents built it in 1958. The name comes from Pann's comes from our original name, Panawopoulos. My dad wanted to shorten the name to be more American, and nobody could say Panawopoulos. So it was either going to be Pann or it was going to be Poulos. So our name ended up being Poulos, because if it was Pann, my father liked to name his children after his relatives, and my mother said there's no way that she was going to have a son named Peter Pann. He had a great uncle Peter. So that's really why the restaurant became Pann's, and our name became Poulos. They built it in '58. This was their dream. They started out with a little small coffee shop in Inglewood. My mom and dad worked it alone by themselves. No tables, just 15 counter stools. And a little more after that, a little bigger place, and finally they came to Pann's.
What's going on, peeps? This is Craig Smith. Make sure you watch morningmusictv.com. Peace.
I realized you got stuff in common with people that you can't even speak to. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I met people in Brazil that didn't speak no English. I didn't speak no Portuguese, but we became friends.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
absolutely.
And it's like, wow, you know, cool. Like, you know, I keep in touch with to this day. You know what I mean? It's like, and we, you know, now we can use Google Translate to talk on the internet. But like when we met in Brazil, it was no words.
It was different, no words. Yeah, just all like body
you know what I mean?
language, gesture,
Like, you know
all
what I mean?
that.
Like, yo, you want to go eat this spot? Like, okay, yeah. What should I get? Get that.
Get that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is
yeah.
killing. Yeah. You know, pull out his iPod, show me some music. Like, oh snap, what is that? I pull out my iPod, show him some music, and all of a sudden you got this little camaraderie. You know what I mean? It's like, and then you know what I mean. Later on, when I went back, you know, we started talking on the internet, and it's like, oh wow,